Alright, I'm going to do a little demonstration on this table that I've made for cutting my panels for my cabinets. My demonstration, I've got a piece of 1/4 inch MDF just because that's what I've got to work on next. This table is originally set up for 3/4 of an inch thick, and the way it works, the top surface has to be at 3/4 of an inch in elevation. So I have a couple of pieces of 1/2 inch underneath here that are bringing it up to the surface. What I started off with was this long rail. It's 8 feet long, and I have a 2700 millimeter rail from Festool that I made a nice straight cut for. And that's quite critical that you have this straight cut. If you have any type of bows or crowns to this piece, what ends up happening is that your cuts aren't as accurate once you start sliding it up and down the rail. The other step that I have is these 2 blocks. There's one here, one over here. These are stop blocks for the shorter rail, and this is already set at a perfect 90 degrees. Now it takes a little while to set this up so that it's 90 degrees, but once it's set up, you're all set to go for every single sheet that you got that you have to cut. The pieces clamp down. I've got 2 of these Craig clamps. They're really handy to have. They just slide up underneath the edge of the table, and they just keep the piece from moving. It doesn't really move that much, but that one time that it does is kind of a pain in the ass. I've made a couple of cuts already. You can see here that my previous cut has shown me where it's given me kind of a reference line to go to. Now I have a mark here. I got a piece that I got to cut that I have to have the right hand side, so I lined up that mark with the right hand side of the saw curve here. So how this works, you take the shorter Festool rail and you butt it up against that side over there, and you butt it up over this side here, and now you have something that's perfectly 90 degrees. You don't really need to clamp down these rails. They're not going to move anywhere. What also is nice about this is that I've used this for doing all my dados on my router. You can do the same thing. You set up, just measure left, right, and just go to town on the dados. When you have repeatable cuts, all you got to do is set up another stop block to the left and to the right, so you have consistent measurements. And that's about it. There's my cut table.